or about chapter 8, talks about Solomon's accomplishments. It says, at the end of 20 years in which Solomon had built the house of the Lord in his own house, Solomon rebuilt the cities that Hiram had given to him and settled the people of Israel in them. And Solomon went to Hamath Zobah, took it. He built Tamar in the wilderness, and all the store cities that he built in Hamath. He also built Upper Beth Horon and Lower Beth Horon, fortified cities with walls, gates, and bars, and Bala, and all the store cities that Solomon had, and all the cities for his chariots and cities for his horsemen. And whatever Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem and Lebanon and in all the land of his dominion. All people who were left in the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites who were not of Israel, from their descendants who were left after them in the land, whom the people of Israel had not destroyed, these Solomon drafted as forced labor, basically slaves, and so they are to this day. So maybe you know, kind of how do I put this? I guess their generations, or maybe they're still, you know, they're three generations, of course. But anyway, it says, but of the people of Israel, Solomon made no slave for his work. They were soldiers and his officers, the commanders of his chariots and his horsemen. And these were the chief officers of King Solomon, 250 who exercised authority over the people. Solomon brought Pharaoh's daughter up from the city of David, or Jerusalem, to the house that he had built for her. For he said, my wife shall not live in the house of David, king of Israel, but the places to which the ark of the Lord has come are holy. And Solomon offered burnt offerings to the Lord on the altar of the Lord that he had built before the vestibule. As the duty of each day required, offering according to the commandment of Moses for the Sabbaths and the new moons and the 3 annual feasts, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, and the feast of booths. According to the ruling of David his father, he appointed the divisions of the priests for their service, and the Levites for their offices of praise and ministry before the priests, as the duty of each day required, and the gatekeepers and their divisions at each gate, for so David, a man of God, had commanded. And they did not turn aside from what the king had commanded the priests and Levites concerning any matter concerning the treasuries. Thus was accomplished all the work of Solomon from the day the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid until it was finished. So the house of the Lord was completed. And Solomon went to Ezion-Geber and Eloth on the shore of the sea in the land of Edom, or Jordan a day. And Hiram sent to him by the hand of his servantships and servants familiar with the sea. And they went to Ophir together with the servants of Solomon, and brought from there 450 talents of gold, and brought it to King Solomon. So, as you know, as a gift, pretty much, Lebanon has sent Israel 450 talents of gold, for basically, you know, for helping them build the temple. So it's chapter 8, of course, about Solomon's accomplishments, about what he did so far, and that's really it for 8. And I'll be back with chapter 9 here shortly.